show you how I do my makeup routine. I usually do this in the morning before school starts so that I don't have to do it when I get home, when I have all my homework, and because I always have time in the morning and it's just easier. Usually I have my bangs pulled out of my face so that I can get all my foundation done, and I use little triangle sponges, I guess you could say. This is sponge. And I use this little sponge. It's for my foundation. This is my foundation. It's ivory because I have pale skin. And it's pretty good. I mean, it matches my skin pretty good. It's a little, I don't know, but it's a little different, but it's still pretty close. And so it's CoverGirl. It's by CoverGirl. So they're a good brand, yeah. And this is the inside. I've had it sitting upside down all day for the past few days because it's not one of those ones that you can press down on like you can with like one of these. You can't do that. You actually have to pat it out just like a ketchup bottle, I guess you could say. It's like a ketchup bottle. And so I usually I start up on my forehead and then I go down. I usually try to get under my eyes, across my nose, and under my chin. And then I usually go right above my lip and below my nose. And that's basically all I do for my foundation. I never really need to use it on my neck. Like some people, I just found it unnecessary and you didn't really need it. So I didn't really use it. And anyway, it's pretty expensive foundation depending on what you get. So I didn't really want to buy a lot of foundation. Therefore, it's okay to get little sponges with foundation like this and just use it on my face. And on to other things. This is my eyeshadow. I usually put this on right after my foundation because I don't like to put on my mascara and then my foundation because I find this kind of like sticks to the eyelashes, and so that's kind of like because you have to get out of your eyelashes, and if you don't get out of your eyelashes, it's just like a pain to walk around with it. It doesn't really look as good. Usually for my more natural look, because this is my more natural look. If I wasn't using my more natural look, I would be using darker colors. I pretty much use the lighter colors. I usually use this for my eyelid. You can't see that. It's this gold. I usually use that for my eyelid. It's pretty light. It kind of matches my skin tone in a way. It is pretty good. Then I usually use this pink. I don't know if you can see that. It's pink though. It's pink and it's very light pink. It's like almost a bubblegum pink, but it's not. It's lighter even. It's kind of like a ballerina pink if you think like that. It's like a ballerina pink, and I only use a little bit, and I usually use it right along my crease between my eyelid and the very top part of my eye. Don't know the technical terms right now. I forgot them. But if I don't use that for the crease, I usually use this very light purple. It's on top right there. It's right there. It's a very pretty purple. I'll just say that. It's like a lavender. It's mainly I use the lavender right on top of my eyes, right below my eyelids. Well, not my eyelids, my eyebrows. I usually use it then. And if I don't use it right there, I usually use it on the crease like I said, or yeah, that's basically where I use it. Very rarely do I use pink or purple on my eyelid, and sorry about my throat. But if I don't use the purple right along my eyebrow, I usually use the pink. I like to use the lighter colors, and if I didn't use the lighter colors, I use this quite a few times, as you guys have seen in my earlier videos, because those aren't when I was going to school or I did my makeup later in the afternoon. But I usually use this like blue. It's right there. I usually use this. It's about a turquoise blue. I usually use it on my eyelids, and then I use like a gold or a brown right on top of it. And then I use maybe a purple on top of that. But I really like the blue because it really helps with my skin tone. It doesn't drown it out. It just makes it, I don't know, it makes it look healthier, I guess. I don't know. But it does something, you know. And so, yeah. Those are the main colors I use. I usually don't use this reddish one. It's kind of like a fox. Like when you see a fox, it's kind of like that. It's kind of like that color. I usually don't use it because it really makes my skin look really pale, and I don't like looking really pale. I've made that mistake. You might be wondering how I usually get everything to look like that, why I use those colors in that specific order. And that's because I looked at a pre-made kit, and this is that pre-made kit. And I looked at it, and I used that as my basis. So I usually use similar colors to these, or as similar as you can get with that. And I usually use it's a smoky eye one, but it works pretty good. It gives me a pretty good basis to build off of and do stuff with. And I haven't used it yet, obviously, because it's still in the package. But I just look at it and I'm like, okay, so I should use that color, and that color, and in that order. That's usually what I use. That's an Almay. This other one is, I got it at a drugstore, CVS, I believe, maybe Walgreens, I don't remember. It was a few years ago, but yeah, I use that now. But onto mascara. I have CoverGirl again, and see, CoverGirl, it's Exact Eyelights. Don't know what that means, but it works really well. It's not really dark, and it doesn't clump together a lot. This is the brush. So yeah. I don't usually use like the very tip of the brush, because if you use the tip of the brush, it's not going to work. It's going to clump together more often than not. I usually use like the middle of the brush, which can lead to like little smudges on my nose or on the sides of my eyes, which basically means that's the one. Which basically means I have to go back and I have to get a little bit off this and just dab at my face to make sure that it's not bleeding through or anything. I have used it. It's dark enough to hide mascara smudges, and it's also light enough that it doesn't, it matches my skin tone very well. So I'm happy about that. And so onto the last part. I don't use eyeliner because I find it's really hard to put on my eyes for some odd reason. I just don't like wearing eyeliner. But then again, I didn't like wearing mascara until now, so maybe that should tell you something. Anyway, and onto lip gloss. I don't use lipstick because lipstick really, it's very thick, and I don't like the thickness. It just feels painted on, and everybody notices it. And I was just like, I like the more neutral, you can barely see it, but it's still there makeup. And so I'm really happy about this. It's Glassware Shine Lip Gloss. It's from Avon. It was a few years ago that they had this. Quite a few years ago. I got it quite a few years ago, along with 3 others I don't wear because I can't find them. Go figure. But this is the tip of it, and it's very light pink, very bubblegum pink, kind of like the ballerina pink but darker. And it's very good for your lips because it softens them up, and it's kind of like lip balm. I actually have lip balm here. I have this one, and I have one. I usually use those lip balms, but I don't like wearing lip balm or lip gloss during the day because it just it annoys me, because whenever I go to drink something, there's going to be lip balm or lip gloss, and that's another reason why I don't wear lipstick, because it's so much more noticeable when you go to drink something. At least with this, I can be like, oh, I'm wearing lip gloss, but I'm already drinking, whatever, different things like that. But yeah, and so I just use this. I got this one little tip from BuzzFeed where you put on the lip gloss. I'll just show you right now. As you noticed, I like to start like 3/4 of the way to this side, and then I like to spread it around, and then I usually dab in like the very corners of the lip, because your lip balm or your lip gloss is not going to cover there. Even if you smear your lips together, it's not going to get to the farthest corners, and I like it to be even and to have that. And as you notice, it's very, very shiny. You can very, very well see it. So another way I do this is I take one finger and I like to just do that and then turn off the water when I'm done, whatever. But yeah, so that's what I usually do, so that the lip gloss isn't as shiny and it's much easier to just use. And it's a very easy trick so that your lip gloss is not getting on the inside of your teeth and you can't taste it. You might be wondering, where's the blush? I don't wear blush. You might have noticed I don't wear blush. I don't really like to wear blush, and I don't really like it because it makes your cheeks really stand out. That's another reason why I don't like it. It just sticks out so much when everything else is so much more like unnoticeable almost. And then you have this like pink thing on your face. People are going to notice that you're wearing makeup, and I don't really like to show that I'm wearing makeup, so I usually don't wear like big bold colors or do heavy mascara or even put on even a light shade and a light coat of blush, because if I put on a light coat or light shade or everything that's very light, it just is like it's not worth it. It's really not for me. So I don't usually use it. It's just another thing I don't want to do. People do it. I don't. Maybe I should get into the habit of doing it. But yeah, that's basically my makeup routine. And after that, I usually use a curler. Don't mind that. I usually use a curler to do my bangs. They're kind of floppy because they're pretty long. They're supposed to be like shorter, right above, like right here, but they're pretty long. It's like the only part of my hair that's actually like growing, whatever. But usually I use this. It's a Mika. I got it a few years ago, but it's very helpful for me. It does very well for my hair, and I like it. It's just something I like. My mom has her own. I have my own. My parents, my mom has a different one. It's not like a straightener. Hers is more like a curler. But it can still straighten. Mine can still straighten and curl. And for my hair, I like to use Garnier Fructi. I don't know. Again, ignore that. I don't know everything about it, but I like to use it. This is more like a milky color. I don't just use that. I use this other one too, but I use those to like do my hair, and I don't usually have to comb my hair, which is the good thing about having short hair. It helps. When I take off all of my makeup, because I don't want to get like big pimples or anything, I usually have my doctor recommended something to get rid of pimples. and it really works because before I used to have like dozens of pimples all over my face. Now I pretty much don't have any. It's pretty clear, and I just like it. I use it nearly every night, especially the nights that I have like makeup on. I really then do use it, and I put it all over. The only thing you have to worry about, again, ignore that. The only thing you have to really worry about with this is that when you try to smooth it in, it will not always smooth in, and you get like these white things. So don't put it on right before you go to school, and it will also dry out your skin, so you have like little flakes of skin on your face. So you have to watch out for that. So don't put it on every night. Maybe do 5 or 6 nights, even 4 nights, or whenever you're just doing makeup, just put it on a little bit if you get it. But yeah, that's pretty much what I use for my entire makeup routine and how to get done with it. To get rid of my makeup, because I don't like to use up tissues, I use little cotton rounds, regular. They're just like cotton swabs, but in little round things. They're just easy. You just put water on them. You wipe it across your face several times. It really does get rid of it. Easy. And the best part is, if you use like light mascara or light colors, it comes off even easier. Because even if you leave some on, it's not noticeable. But if you use like dark, bold colors, it's noticeable. You know that. But anyway, that is my entire routine. I know this is a pretty long video, and sorry about that, but thanks for watching, like always. Bye!